Yeah, this is the third video of the day. I'm doing it really quick because I'm going out tonight to my friend Jonathan's house. So, I started my YouTube blog basically because I wanted to talk about borderline personality disorder, and I feel it's not very well documented, for the want of a better word. Illness from a sufferer's point of view, to be honest, there's not many sites saying how it is for the sufferer. I mean, like, if you've got the flu or whatever, I mean, you know what it's like to suffer with the flu. You don't go on like Wikipedia and read the symptoms and then you just know how it feels. So I'm just wanting to talk a wee bit today about how it feels from a sufferer's point of view for borderline personality disorder, and I know that's probably why I have most of my subscribers, which I am very glad that I have you all. So basically, here it goes. I was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder in October 2008 when I was in the psychiatric ward. Sorry, I thought Mum was coming in. In the psychiatric ward at Ravenscraig Hospital. And I also am diagnosed with an eating disorder. I have bouts of depression, but that's just kind of common with BPD and anxiety, but they're all kind of comorbid symptoms from borderline basically. Yeah, so here we go. My psychiatrist is interesting. You are a psycho if you're watching this, because you call me it. Anyway, I thought I would share that with you, pal. So we got on quite well. I see him once a week on Wednesdays, and I have a psychiatric nurse who is also okay. Sometimes I don't go on with her, as in last week, but the day she was better, apart from when she gave me a jag, which I wasn't too bloody happy about because it was sore, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. So I see her on Fridays and we do anxiety management, 10ish, and then after it I have a kind of one-to-one session with her. Anyway, so that's all very exciting. So I've explained before what borderline personality disorder is, so I don't feel I need to go over that again, but I'm just going to look at the symptoms just to keep myself right. Yeah, okay, so I am diagnosed with a personality disorder, which is in the WHO's ICD-10 as borderline type, which is F60.31. So you have to have at least 3 of the following must be present, one of which must be number 2. Okay, so a marked tendency to act unexpectedly without consideration of the consequences. In basic English, that would be impulsive behaviour, which I do all the time. It's basically just like doing something without thinking about it, and then after you think, oh God, why did I do that? And then it's kind of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but you've done it anyway, and then it's too late, so then the consequences are already happening before you've realised what the hell's going on, so that's annoying. Number 2 is a marked tendency to quarrelsome behaviour and to conflicts with others, especially when impulsive acts are thwarted or criticised. Yet I argue with everybody all the time. Say basically the one tiniest wee wrong thing to me and I will bite your head off, and I will argue with you till the day. If I don't care if you're right, I will still argue. But see, sometimes it's good because I get what I want, and I don't care how bad that sounds, because if I get what I want, I don't really care. Liability to outbursts of anger, violence, with inability to control the resulting behavioural explosions. Yes, I am prone to anger, but I don't really think we need to say much more about that. But apart from the fact that it's anger, it just hits you like a bus and just nothing else, like every other thought just gets taken out of your brain and just absolutely torture. Like, oh, I just can't even describe it. It's just like uncontrollable rage. It's just, you shake, you just want to kill somebody, and it's horrible. Number 4, difficulty in maintaining any course of action that offers no immediate reward. That is so true. Like, if I'm doing something and I can't see the point in it, I'll think, bugger it and just leave it. But if it was something and somebody says, do that and I'll give you a tenner, I would do it because I want the money, basically. And I know what I'm getting, so I can see the point. Number 5, unstable and capricious. I can't say that. Some mood, anyway. Yeah, my moods are completely all over the place constantly. That's just torture, because like you can never tell what you're going to be like, so you can't plan a day, because you can wake up in the morning and feel fine, so then you can plan to go out at night with some people, but then your mood just totally crashes and then you just don't want to see people, so then you have to change your whole plans, and then your friends think, oh, she's bumming me out, but you're not really, you just can't help it because you're stupid mood swings. Right, so the next bit is, at least 3 of the symptoms mentioned in the bit I just mentioned must be present with at least 2 of the following in addition if you want to if you're going to qualify for borderline type. So number 1 is disturbances in and uncertainty about self-image, aims and internal preferences, including sexuality. Yeah, basically I can't ever make my mind up about anything. Just give me 2 seconds to check what time I'm on. 6 minutes, that's good. Yeah, can't make my mind up about anything. It's really annoying because you just can't decide what job I want to do, what uni I want to go to, what course I want to do, who I want to be friends with, what I want to do just during the day, like what I even want to wear. It just stresses me out. Number 2, liability to become involved in intense and unstable relationships, often leading to emotional crisis. That would be, I get a new friend and I love them, best thing ever, like totally amazing, couldn't live without them, love, and then a couple of weeks later, hate them, can't be bothered for absolutely no apparent reason to the person maybe, but in my head it's totally and utterly like, what the hell is the word? Like, it's loud because just some things just like there's like a list of automatic like things that get ticked off if somebody does something. It's oh they've done that and this, so this must mean that, and then my brain automatically jumps to a different conclusion, and then I just need them out of my life just because I can't deal with maybe getting hurt. So number 3, excessive efforts to avoid abandonment. Yeah, it's basically kind of what I was talking about. Just don't leave me. And then if I sense you're going to leave me, I'll leave you first because I do not want abandoned. 4, recurrent threats or acts of self-harm. Yes, I cut myself. We can see some scars here, but I'm not going to show you any more because it's just not very pretty. Self-harm is basically a release. I should probably do a more in-depth video about what self-harm actually means to me, and I might do it, might not, but I'm going to need to keep going because my time's running out. Number 5, chronic feelings of emptiness. That is just like absolutely feeling like nothing. It's just like, why would you even be friends with me? Because I'm just such absolutely nothing, and it's just like, just what is the world like? What is even the point? You know what I mean? And it's just a horrible feeling because nothing's worth anything. You're not worth anything. Well, not you, like me. I'm not worth anything. Why the hell would anybody want to be friends with me? I just don't see the point in anything. So, out of all of them, I would probably say it is hard to pick what symptom would affect me most or the worst, I suppose, but I do really struggle with fears of abandonment, self-harm, emptiness, anger. In fact, I probably get every symptom and I've probably struggled with them like equally as much, and it does. Borderline personality disorder is horrible, but I'm at 9:21, so I'm going to go okay, and I hope that was kind of helpful. I'm sorry it was so short and sweet, but you know, I am.